All right, so here we go. Tried to set up here. So the dream that I had involved animals. Two of the animals, one was a shark, and the other one was a very big black, all black dog. So what I want to do, I feel like in the dream it was giving me a distinct message, and I've learned over the years that my dreams are basically manifestations of what's happening, and that animals, certain things, certain people will pop out to be the sign of whatever it's trying to tell me. So this dream was very descriptive. I mean, and it had two parts to it, which was really weird. So long story short, I was in this facility that seemed to be almost underwater. And there were these big doors that looked like refrigerator doors with the pull handles. But every single one of them was locked, and it was a circle. And the first part of the dream, I was constantly going counterclockwise through this facility, and it was just a circle of all these doors in the center leading to a room, and then just walls around the outside, almost like I was trapped. And I was also, the first part of the dream, going counterclockwise, which I felt like that was very distinctive, because when you go, this way, it represents keeping the negativity away, trying to keep the negativity away, trying to protect. In the second part of the dream, and I didn't wake up. The dream ended and then started again, except this time I was walking around the facility clockwise, which is good. It brings in positivity, all that stuff. The weird part is every time I walked around, there was a dog cage on if I was walking around, it was on the right hand side. But there was no dog in there the first time around. So every time I walked around, there was fresh blood all on the floor. And this shark kept coming right behind me, and I kept trying to open the doors and I couldn't open them. So I was panicking. I went around a couple of times. The shark got really close. And then all of a sudden the dream changed. And now again, I was going now clockwise, walking around this facility. And all of a sudden I walked past the dog cage and looked down the hall, and this huge black dog. It almost looked like a cane corso, honestly, with the cropped ears, the big broad shoulders. That's what it looked like to me. But the dog was completely black and very fierce looking. I was not afraid of it. I actually felt comfort seeing the dog, but the dog itself was very, very scary in a sense. So it was interesting because as I was walking, the blood that was fresh on the floor when I was going counterclockwise was no longer fresh. It was dried. And the shark was trying to get to me, but it was further away. And all of a sudden I saw the dog, and as soon as I saw the dog, I looked at the door, and when I went to open it, now in the beginning of the dream, the doors would not open and the shark was getting closer to me. This time around, the dog, all this smoke and shadowy figure popped up, and then the dog was there. And the dog looked right at me, and I went to open the door, and the door opened right before the shark was able to get me. So I opened the door, the dog ran in with me, and I was able to shut the door. And it was just so strange because it was a sign. It was a sign. So what I want to do is I'm going to use my Divine Animal Oracle deck. Hopefully there is a shark and a dog in here. And then I'm going to use the Shaman Dreams Oracle. I've gotten very, very close with this deck from the very beginning. I even spoke to my sister first time around. Very, very, very wants to communicate. So I'm going to use these to coincide with the Animal Oracle to see if I'm right about these manifestations. My dreams are always foreshadowed into something else that actually means something, and I have to do the research. That's how it goes. So I did the research on what sharks mean, what blood means, what the dog means, and sharks can represent different things, but this dream in general, what I believe it's trying to tell me, and I think many of us are in this situation right now. I have the music playing too, so if I pause, it's because I'm listening to what the music is saying. Right now it's You stand by me forever young, faithfully. Journey, I believe. So that's pretty interesting as I'm talking about this. But anyway, so sharks, depending on what is going on in the dream. So I'm going to tell you what they represented in this dream particularly, because everything on this earth has two sides to it. But for this dream in general, I know what it was trying to tell me. So I'm going to explain that to you. So sharks, in this dream, represented toxicity, danger, again, with the whole like work thing having to do with there's a loss of some kind, whether it's in your waking life or whether it's a job, finances, career. It has a lot to do around finances and job. So I believe that the shark came up to show me that wherever we are at this point in our lives, whoever this speaks to, the path that you've been on job-wise is gotten to a point where it's just been toxic. You've gotten to a point where it's just not, it's not good for you anymore. Physically, mentally, socially. Not saying that everybody that at your job that you work with is toxic. However, the ones that you have to answer to and the ones that you have to abide by and the job that you have to abide by, it's completely against you as a person. And you've gone through a lot because of this place and certain people. So the shark was representing the current situation that you are in that keeps chasing you, that you keep putting yourself in because you have yet to take that step away. So it's showing me that it's right behind you. It's there with you. And the fresh blood represents life and death. Depending on, in the dream, how you're seeing the blood also depends on what it means. But me seeing the fresh blood on the floor, not necessarily me bleeding, but just blood on the floor, was showing me that this toxicity that keeps chasing me and the fact that I can't get the doors open because there were doors there that I couldn't get to. Like I would get to it and I'd try to open it to get away from the shark and it wouldn't open. And I was constantly walking counterclockwise while the blood was fresh on the floor. So the blood with the shark chasing me, the toxicity right there trying to get to me, and the fresh blood on the floor was representing negativity, that there's the path that I'm walking through is not good. The second part of the dream, and it kind of just like cut off, almost like watching a movie. It was so weird. So that part cut off after me trying to get into some of the doors. I couldn't get in. And then all of a sudden, I was now walking clockwise instead of counterclockwise, which we know that when you're walking counterclockwise, that's, you know, to try to repel negativity and protect yourself. When you're going clockwise, you're manifesting, you're bringing in, you're starting new, you're trying to bring good things to you. So all of a sudden, excuse me, the dream changed, and now I was walking clockwise. The blood on the floor was no longer fresh. It was dried. So that also kind of tells me that the blood no longer being fresh, being a negative thing, it was drying up, which was meaning to me that whoever this is speaking to, you are now awakening to the fact that what you've been putting yourself in is not serving you any good purposes anymore, and you're starting to realize that. You're actually being shown that by spirit guides, by your life path. Things are starting to come into light for you, basically, and you're seeing that it's getting better. You're going towards the right track of your life now because the blood was no longer fresh. It's kind of like old wounds, you know. Sorry, I have like a piece of skin on my lip. It's annoying me while I keep licking it. I'm sorry, it's weird. Anyway, in the second part of the dream is when the dog comes. Every time I walked around, I saw this huge dog cage. There was never a dog in it, but I came around and the shark was behind me, further away from me though this time, not like right at me. I looked at the dog cage, I looked down the hall, and this huge black, looked like a cane corso dog, all black, very, very fierce looking. Now, when I explain the dog, I'm trying to explain the dog like, if you are a dog lover and you love like those big, you know, scary looking dogs, that's kind of the sense it was for me in this foreshadowed dream. I'm not afraid of these dogs at all. I actually want these dogs. Like for me, I have a 200-pound Bernese Mountain Dog who is silly as crazy, but he's scary looking. And then I have a Rottweiler who everybody that we know has said he's very intimidating looking, but I love that about them. And they're both black. And I've had black dogs for quite some time. I have 2 black cats too. So if you know anything about animals and the representation, black is more of a connection on the spiritual world, that they are there to protect you not only in the living world, but also in the spiritual world. Black animals can do that more so than other colored animals. So the black dog appearing was a sign to me that I have been awakened, that whoever this message is for, they have been officially awakened. They have connected themselves to their spirit guides, to their guardian angels, to whatever you believe in. You have hired yourself to a higher purpose now that you have opened yourself and awakened yourself to what is toxic in your life. It's also connected you more to your ancestors. I get the feeling of like spirit guides and ancestors more so than anything, that they are very happy. I just see them like, yay, it's about freaking time. I'm so glad you're here. Which is a really good feeling. Even though you're still in the process of running and trying to make things work and trying to fix things, the higher self of you has officially connected. That's why I say, when I say awakened, that's what I mean. You're more in tune with your ancestors and your spirit guides now, which is awesome. We all need that. So, but anyway, I saw the dog. The dog, like, just stood there real fierce. Cane Corso, I'm telling you, no doubt Cane Corso, which is making me feel like I need a Cane Corso now in my life. But the fact that the dog appeared, it was like it got all smoky. I was looking down the hall and it was very, very smoky, and I looked behind me, the shark was coming, and the dog appeared. And the dog like grew in size a little bit, almost like, you know, when a dog like breathes in and they get kind of puffy when they're about to attack. That's what he did. Now, I'm stressing the fact that when I saw this dog, I was not afraid. I was not afraid at all. There was no fear in me whatsoever. I saw this dog and immediately felt relief. And as I looked at him, I put my hand on the handle of the door, and he just did he kind of like nodded at me. And when I went to pull the lever to get it open, now mind you, in the beginning of the dream, I couldn't get any of the doors open. The shark was coming. I went to open the door, and as soon as that dog nodded at me, when I opened the door actually opened. So to me, that represents that the spiritual side of this, whoever this message is for, is on a higher level, connected more so with your ancestors and your spirit guides, and the dog was there to protect you and lead you. The dog was there to let you know that you have that connection to the other side. Black dogs, that's what they stand for. And that kind of throws out a little Hecate. If you look into the deities, she is guarded by 2 black dogs, more so like Doberman looking dogs, but they're black. And it was just so weird that like the feeling that I got from this dog was so much security and love and protection and just vitality and just feeling like alive again. Like you haven't felt alive in a really long time, and it's because we've been dumbed down in this life of what we've been surrounded in at our jobs, if this job no longer speaks to you. So the dog nodded. I was able to open the door. The dog ran in with me, and we were safe. And then the shark, we heard it go by, which was so weird because there was no water in this facility. But the shark was able to maneuver itself. And no, I did not watch any movies related to this prior to this dream. So it wasn't like, my subconscious going about something I had seen. So it was very interesting. So I'm taking that as the spiritual side of whoever this message is for. You have officially crossed over into the awakened side of your life, where you are connected with your ancestors and your spirit guides fully. They are willing and able, and they are there for you. They are letting you know that because you have been able to connect yourself with them like they've been trying to do for quite some time now for you, you are actually open and available to that connection now. That's where the dog comes in. And you are being protected as well. So I'm being told that, I know, honey, that you feel like this is torture. I know that you've been through a lot. I know that you feel like, why is this happening to me? And then I feel a lot of sadness as I'm saying this. And it's sadness from your end of what you've been feeling, of what you've been dealing with, of the fact that you've been very, very, very unhappy with this day-to-day situation that you've had to put yourself in by going to this place of work, or whatever that it is that you're putting yourself in. But you felt that it was necessary because it was giving you the income you needed, the benefits you needed. It wasn't really, I don't know how to like explain it. The comfort level, like the fact that you already knew what you were doing, you already established yourself, and you're thinking like, I don't want to start over. I don't want to have to do that. You know, the whole starting from the ground up idea, you know, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to stay where I'm comfortable. Well, spirit and ancestors have had enough, because with you being in this toxic environment, it has literally dumbed you down. It has literally taken your spark and put it completely out. And this is why, as long as you are open and available to the options of like the manifestations that you can possibly do in your life, and that's where the spirit guides and the ancestors come in. They're trying to let you know that, I keep hearing honey, honey, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. We're letting you know that we're here, where we are with you. Now, they can't do these things for you. They can't change these things for you. So if you put the work in, you need a different job. You need to get out of that atmosphere. You need to start looking. You need to start putting yourself out there. You need to start making connections to see how you feel when you make that connection. Because now that you're being guided, that connection will now show you, you'll get an instant feeling in your gut right away of like whether this is worth pursuing or not. I'm being told that you have been put through what you've been put through, not because you deserve it, but because you are a stubborn individual and you got very comfortable in the situation to where you felt that I'm just going to put up with it. I'm just going to deal with it. I'm just going to, and you made plans around it. Like, you know, let me just do this until this. But Spirit is saying that you can't do this, because even just another year, another 2 years, another 3 years, 4 years, whatever, you're going to wind up putting more time into it, and you're going to wind up being completely defeated mentally. You're just going to be shot, and your connection with your higher self and your spirit guides and your ancestors will not be able to be there anymore. That tie will not be there. I see a rope, like literally a rope, like not a rope, but like it's threaded like a rope, but it's like it's glowing. It's like yellowish, and it's glowing, and it's like on you and to your spirit guides, and it's like a tree. It branches out to your spirit guides and your ancestors. And this is why they're trying to say to you that you have finally stepped into that place that you want to be mentally. You stepped away from, you realized what's toxic. You've stepped away from what's toxic. And now that you've done that, that was giving them the ability to come closer to you. When you're toxic, when you're negative, when you're down, when you can't see the good in life, when you can't see the light in the dark, it's harder for them to connect with you. It's harder for them to speak to you. So now that you've kind of, you know, swayed away from that negativity over there, you are more open now. Your aura is glowing more. You're able to attract your spirit guides and your ancestors like they've been trying. So I'm specifically being told, please do not take it as if we were not here. We've always been here. We've always been watching. However, you have been very stubborn and have been into a situation where you felt just comfortably numb, basically, and didn't take any steps to try to get out of it because you just figured I'll do it until whatever. But they're here now saying that it doesn't have to be this way. They pushed you into a direction of, you had to go through hurt, you had to go through anger, You had to go through the realization the way that you did. It's not that you deserved it. It's just the matter of that you needed to go through it this way to make it be known that nothing at all on this earth is worth your time, your love, your affection, your compassion, your heart, your mind, your mentality when it's toxic. So you needed to be shown how toxic this really is. And in turn, yes, there were some sacrifices. There's always a sacrifice. You have to make a sacrifice whenever you want something. That's how it is. But I'm being told that it happened for a reason. And even though you don't understand right now, like, why is this happening to me? It's kind of like reassurance, like, stop asking why. We're telling you why, because it was extremely toxic and you were not leaving it. So they had to basically push us. They had to push you. And the only way to push you was to break you down to the point where you started to actually see what was causing you so much pain, internally and mentally and socially. So enough about that. I'm going to go get some water real quick because the weather's been very muggy, musty. It's raining almost every single day here. So my allergies are through the roof, and yeah. So I'm going to go get some water, and then we're going to start the garden. Okay, bye. All right, we're back. Got my water. Thank God. As soon as I stepped away to get water, Queen's Under Pressure was playing. Why don't you listen to that song and listen to what he says? Change our ways. This is our last dance. Walking away. This is ourselves under pressure. I just can't. All right, so I went through the animal oracle. I found my dog one. I can't see. See the dog? And what's the number? 41. And the shark right here. Okay, and that's 36. Come on now, get out. You don't want to play today? Okay. So unlike some people who do videos, the reason I do my videos the way that I do, and they're time consuming, is not only because of the message that I get, but I find it very important to not like cut things out. I want you guys to see every bit of what I'm doing. It's kind of skeptical when someone's like, oh, well, let me read this for you. And then you can tell that the video cuts, and then all of a sudden, like, the card is out, and it's like, I don't feel like it's genuine. I'm not saying it's not. For me, I like to make it as real as I possibly can. I like to make it as accurate as I possibly can. And I don't like to, I don't like the whole cutting it and stuff. So it might be a little bit long. You're watching me do everything, but I just want reassurance. I want you guys to see the process that happens as I do this so that you're not skeptical of it. So I have the shark and I have the dog. Now, I already said what they represent. So the card itself is not, like, I'm not reading the card. The card is standing for the dog and the dream so that I can read the dream. But I want you to know that above the word dog, it says companionship. Now that dog was my companion in that dream, leading me into the door away from danger. And the shark above it is purpose. So the purpose of that entire dream was showing me the toxicity. So the shark had a purpose. So that's good. So now I'm going to use the shaman cards to relate around the animals to see if I'm right about what this dream is representing. And then maybe, I kind of feel like maybe I have to pull one more animal card at the end to see what, to see if there's an animal that needs to be called upon to help you through this moment. so right now what's playing is Rocket Man. Oh, dear Lord Almighty. That was just me dropping them on that. It's weird because you're like, was that a card? Was that supposed to be my card? And it's, the only way I can explain it is I feel it. If I don't get a feeling from it, it's not. All right, so what did the shark mean in my dream? What does it show? What does it represent? What is it trying to tell us? Now that one is popping out. So I'm going to leave that one. Now that one I dropped. It was not. We're just going to put that back in there. If they're meant to come out and I put it back in, it will come out. What is this? Dragon's Hoard. Protecting the future. Dude. What did I say? I said that the shark was there to show you that the path you were on was not for you anymore. Protecting the future, showing you to get away from it. And dragon energy too. Higher being, being awakened, connecting to yourself. Sugar had a nice tea. All right, calm down. I don't want like a 90-minute long reading. I can't. I can't. I can't. Fool's embrace. Transmuting pain. The shark is representing pain, change of path, the death of the path that you were on. This is crazy. I've never done this before. I've never done like where I lay out cards and then see what it says. Okay, do we have anything else for the shark? Oh, man. Well, at least I know how to read my dreams. We know that. I'm sorry that the camera's shaking. Every time I bang on the table, it's shaking. I can't find my tripod, so I have it sitting on a box right now. Do we have a song to go with this? Let's see what the next song is. Okay, so that card popped out. It's Covenant, Sacred Contract. So I feel like this card doesn't represent the shark or the dog. I actually, the way I'm laying it out is I have your Dragon's Hoard, your Protecting the Future, your Shark, your Fool's Embrace. So this is how it's going. I'm going to show you. The Sacred Contract is you feeling that you have to stay this path, that's being cut, and that your sacred contract is you connecting to your higher self. So now we're moving on to the dog. We're moving on to the dog now. Okay. So let's put these all pretty. This is your sacred contract. We're moving now for the dog. Now I'm going to split this because now I'm asking for a different answer. I'm having like a brain fart. I can't think of the name of this song. It's Pink. Not Pink. What? Teacher, leave those kids alone. I don't think that relates to anything. All right, now what does the dog represent? The big black dog. I can. Or as Jackson would say, I can. I don't know where he gets his accent from, but he's British one day, country the next. Ooh. I do. Okay. Hold on. We're losing them. Okay. Maybe this was everything. Oh my God, stop. I can't. I want to cry. Okay. So the first card that came up, and it like lunged itself at the shark card. Now this is for the dog. It's not for the shark, but it lunged itself at the shark card. The farther gate, bold step forward. This, oh my God, this contract that you have realized that you have, this connection between yourself and your spirit guides and your ancestors, it's there. It's already in writing spiritually. The dog was representing, take that bold step forward, open that door. That door is going to open for you. This one came face up. So I'm going to say that was, yeah, that was the next one to come after the bold step forward. But hollow bone, teachability. So your bold step forward because you are learning, you're being taught what's good for you and what's not, and where you need to go. You're getting guidance that you're asking for from the dog. And then transpersonal watchers. You are being watched. You are being guided. And I don't mean that in a scary way. I mean that in a good way. You are connected. You are connected to the other side. Wow. I can't. I'm just like, they're with you. They're actually, I see myself in the camera, but then I see people behind me, and they're just like, they're very proper with their arms either in front or behind them, and they just have these smiles like, it's about freaking time you realize that we are with you now. You opened this contract for your ancestors and spirit guides to be there for you, to able to take that step forward. You're learning, you're being taught what's good for you and what's not. And they are watching you. And you know what song is on right now? Staying Alive. Staying Alive. All right. What is the bottom deck? Look at, and another animal. It might be that animal. Oh, why are you sticking? Inspiration. I'm shaking. You're being shown what inspires you is what you need to follow. Oh my God, staying alive. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is nuts. Inspiration. So, and joyful music. Joyful music. Staying alive. Keeping it going. Somebody help me, please. You don't need to ask for the help anymore. It's already there. You've already been through the shit. You've already been through the trenches. You've already been pulled and dug, and there goes the cat. You've been dragged through probably what is going to be considered the worst part of this life for you. And now it's time to start getting out of that hole. You have inspiration. Stay alive. And alive, not just like staying alive, like survive. Stay alive. Light. Just embrace who you are. Put yourself out there as who you are. You should not have to be something different for any job at all. This is nuts. Oh. Any more messages? I mean, I really don't need any more messages, but no, this is I can't. It's funny. I get excited because then, like, I get nervous doing this. I'm not gonna lie, I do, because I just fear. I fear giving information that's not 100%. What plays a part in that also is the fact that I'm an Aquarius. When I open my mouth, I want to make sure that what I'm saying is true. So, but the more and more I do this, the more and more, well, I can't even say the more, but the accurate it is. And it's just like, stop. Yeah, there I go. You know, judging myself, feeling not good enough. There's no reason to feel that way anymore. You were never not good enough. That's what this place made you feel. That's what these people did to you that you were surrounded with. They were making you feel worthless. And that's why your connection with your spirit guides and your ancestors was dimming, because you were allowing others to affect your emotional state, your mental state. That's crazy. What came out of here? Resourcefulness. The horned cactus. Again with the green glow. There's a person's face in there with horns. The sun behind it. I'm just looking at the card. And I'm listening to the songs at the same time. If you look, I don't know if you can see it on here, but if you look real closely, there's cracks by the eyes. So your resourcefulness connection, your connection has been taken. Not anymore, but it was taken from you. But this is trying to let you know, like, look at the light. Look at the light coming through now that you have awakened yourself to what is going on. I also want to point out that the cat is not only just the cat, but if you look at its eyes, I don't know if you can see it, there's butterfly wings. Which means your ancestors, ones who have passed, they are here with you. So let me do a rundown. I feel like and what's on right now is Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. So I'm getting confirmation that I feel that I'm getting confirmation that I asked for answers on the dream. Now Dreams comes on as I finish the reading, letting me know I am correct. Holy guacamole. Okay, so let's do a rundown. I'm gonna show you what I have here so you can see it. Oh, sorry about that. Let me show you what I have. Okay, so I pulled out the shark card and I asked what the shark was representing. I got Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. Fool's Embrace, transmuting the pain. The shark clearly represents, it's pushing you. It is literally pushing you away from what is toxic in your life. You have been put through the ringer because you are stubborn and you are not stepping away from this toxicity, which was then causing you a lot of pain. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but it's a fairy. And I kind of get the grasp that, like, this is you in a sense. Like, you could easily fly away. You could easily get away from this, but you have put yourself through this for so long, for so many excuses, so many reasons. And yes, it might have worked out at that time that you needed the money or you needed the comfortability, but this can't serve you anymore. Clearly, this cannot serve you anymore. And again, with the Hecate vibes, look at the keys, the dragon, the wings again, being able to get away, but you keep swimming with the sharks. And then your sacred contract comes in, showing that you have actually connected to your spirit guides and your ancestors. They have officially been able to connect with you. And then I pulled the dog. And the dog is your companion. Your absolute companion. Now again, remember I said purpose. It says purpose right on there. I'm not lying. Purpose. The purpose of the shark was to show you that this is not for your future, that it is causing you too much pain. Your contract, your openness to your spirit guides and your ancestors, all you had to do was step away from the toxicity to allow your light to shine for them to be able to communicate and connect with you. And you have officially done that, because that's then when your companion comes in and then shows you the bold step forward, that you can step forward into this new companionship, this new life that you want, that you will be able to teach others to do the same. You're not just going through this for yourself. You're going through this to show others that they can make it through the toughest of times. This is crazy. This is all coming in now. Look at all the feathers. And look, teach others. You know what song is playing right now? I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. You taking this step is actually affecting other people around you more than it's even affecting yourself, because you are showing people that it is okay to step away from whatever is not serving you and to start new. And they'll be there. They'll be there. No matter what. There ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river wide enough. Look at the open fields there. I cannot. And again with the wings. Again with the wings. You know what's kind of weird? I looked up, I think it's called a faux dog, or it's a Chinese background. But the dog is actually, it's weird because it's called foo or faux. I have to look it up again, but it's called faux dog, but it's actually a lion. And it's supposed to be for protection and connection to your ancestors. So if you do believe in any of those things and you like totems and you like spirit animals, I suggest you go out and get yourself a couple of faux dogs, or foo dogs. I got to look it up again. Which are actually lions, which is weird because that's in there. To put by any doors that you have or sacred space that you have in your house, because that is another way that your spirit guides and ancestors can constantly be with you. Even put it in your car if you want. At the end of the entire reading, you have double digits of 33, which equals the number 6, which is Hecate's number. So this is Hecate speaking. You got the butterflies in there, the colorful, showing you the color of life, joyful music. Start listening to more music that actually makes you feel good so that you can embrace the positivity that you want in your life. Music is very strong. And then at the very end, you have the horned cactus, which, look at the number, 29. Add 2 and 9. What is that? 11. Angel. Angel message right here. The green, the glowing of the green, the prosperity that you will be able to bring into your life with the resourcefulness that you already have, that you've already been given since before you were given the body that you're in. You have been a higher being. You have had that connection, but this made you lose the connection. And then your contract came in because you were able to see it. You were able to see what you're really worth. And you have people right there behind you cheering you on. It's going to be a lovely day. That's the song that's on right now. Lovely day. Lovely day from Secret Life of Pets. And then your inspiration, music, joyful music. It's gonna be a lovely day. And don't forget your resourcefulness. Then I look at you and the world is all right with me. Just one look at you. And I know it's going to be a lovely day. Oh my God. This is insane. Why is my camera so far up? Sorry. Like I said, I'm not editing all this crap. It takes too long. You're going to watch it as it is. So yeah, I was very, very accurate about the interpretation of the dream. I have to say, like on this side, when I look at these cards, I am feeling the pain, the suffering, the turmoil, the toxicity that was going on here. But instantly, with that contract coming in, and then I look over here and it's all this positivity and all this light and all these good things, and then the fact that just, you know, inspiration, you're now that you're open to this contract, to this connection with your ancestors, your inspiration in life is going to be so much brighter. It's going to be so much better. So this toxicity of whatever is bringing you down and that you keep going to it every day, stop. Stop. Yes, there are things to fear and worry, especially when you are an adult and a parent and you have responsibilities as, you know, adulting. But nothing is worth your pain, all this nonsense that you've been going through. It's just not, it's not serving a purpose for you anymore. It's time to get out. It's time to get away. I just, like, I can't get over how accurate this whole thing was. I'm really glad that I was able to read my foreshadowed dream. And like I said, it's hard. This is a hard situation. But the thing is that what is harder? Leaving, walking away and kind of like sacrificing for a little bit and dealing with what you have to until you get to something better, or staying with the toxicity and dealing with that. If you stay with the toxicity, your light is going to be gone. You're not going to have that inner self of completion, of happiness, of fulfillment. It will diminish because of this surrounding that you are in. It's not good. I do feel that there were some people you met along the way that are definitely worth keeping communication and a relationship with. But when it comes down to like the people who were in charge and that were the ones that kind of had a say in how things happen for you, they need to go. Which means wherever they are and you are under them, you need to step away. Nothing is ever going to change there. There's no change there. It's not going to get better over there. So this push, this pain that you feel because of this push was necessary, because it would have never opened your eyes to what you needed to see. I just, there's so many of us, and I know there is, with people I talk with other, like TikTok videos, with other people that I know that know other people, the world is changing. The vibrations on this planet are changing, and it's not, there's going to be people that stay on the lower vibration, and then there's going to be people that are on a higher vibration. And the ones that are on a higher vibration, if you stay at that low level vibration like those other people, unfortunately, that is going to take your light away. That is going to take away your spark, your inspiration, your resourcefulness. That's going to take that away by staying with it. So you need to just say goodbye. I know it's not easy. I myself am in a personal situation too, where like things got basically taken from me in a sense, which I thought was taken from me and I was being punished, but at the same time I didn't see it right away. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of us going through this huge, drastic, transformative change, and it's not just up here and the connection over there. It's that connection over there, here, your gut, everything. Life itself is just changing. And you're either going to change with the times or you're going to stay stagnant. And you don't want to stay stagnant, because then you lose all that you have, all that you have to give others. You are definitely worth more than what those people in that place have made you feel that you are. I think I've spoken enough, but let's see. Is there an animal that we can call upon to help us through this transition? well jump. Take that leap. Oh my goodness, I can't. I love it. I love listening to music while I do readings because there's certain things that just stand out at the exact perfect moment. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at this! Power animal to call upon. A wolf. Authenticity. Being yourself. Being the person that you are supposed to be. Stop playing a role for somebody else's life. This is driving me crazy. I have to fix this. Okay, we're better. We're better. Yeah, we're kind of angled a little bit, but we're better. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Authenticity. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a loss for words. This is a really, really, really good reading. I just really hope and I pray and I call out that whoever this is for, that you really listen to this, that you follow your intuition. Your intuition is your resourcefulness in this. And if anything that's in your path, that's on your path, or that's a part of your path that makes you feel, that counteracts your feelings from your intuition, that gives you a bad taste in your mouth, it has to go. It has to go. Call on the wolf. You could draw it on something. You could go buy little, they have like little crystals that are shaped like into a wolf, a necklace. I see a jewelry of some sort. Maybe a ring or a necklace or a bracelet or something that has the wolf on it. And every time you start to feel like you're losing it a little bit, touch it, hold it, feel it, have it with you. The wolf is going to help you through this transitional period, and it will be worth it in the long run, but the wolf will help. The wolf will definitely help you. The fact that this came out after I asked for a spirit animal to call upon to help you through this transition. Sorry about that. This is why I'm not editing my videos, because of crap like that. I want it to be real. Well, I got the realness. Alright, sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Okay. You gotta use the wolf. No, you don't have to. I'm not telling you what to do, but this is going to help you through this transition. This change that is happening in this world is dividing. Everybody keeps talking about a division, and then, you know, Black Lives Matter happened. All these different things were happening to Ukraine and Russia, China. Like, that's not the divide. That is the distraction. That is the distraction. That's not the divide. The divide is literally the vibrational people. The vibrations that we hold within ourselves. You're either going to be a higher vibration or a lower vibration. And not that there's anything necessarily wrong with the lower vibration, but the lower vibration is kind of like you just do whatever the role of the day is. Like that movie, Guy, Blue Shirt Guy, that just came out with Ryan Reynolds. Do you want to be him? Where you wake up every single day and you do, you know, not saying you can't like dedicate yourself to something, but do you want to do the same thing, not realizing what you're missing out on? Or do you want to be your authentic self and you want to get the most enjoyment out of this life that you live in this time? So it's kind of, you always have a choice. The why, the path, you always have a choice, but you are shown options when you're lost. And clearly, you have options. You have options to be yourself. Be yourself. I'm trying to hear the song that's playing, and my rooster's screaming in the background. Anybody want a rooster? Because I can't take it anymore. I'm trying to hear. I have to hear the chorus. I'm terrible with names. This is why I research all this crap and then I edit it all in, but I'm done doing that. It takes forever. You either watch it through and through with all my mistakes and everything, or you don't. I don't. The editing takes too much time. And I ain't got time. I can't think of the name of this song. What is this song? Oh my God, shut up. There's something wrong with my rooster. He screams all day. A Man in the Rising Sun. I think that's the song that's playing right now. I don't know. I'm really bad with names. Like, I know the song. I know it very well. But the fact that it's coming on right now after I pulled the wolf. There's something... There's a meaning behind that. The Man in the Rising Sun. Oh, there's the rooster. I cannot. He's mad because the girls... just a little backstory on my chickens. The girls... Here. The girls go underneath the gate that we have, and they come out front. Mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your life in sincere misery. In the house of the rising sun. Holy sugar had an iced tea. Wow. That's crazy. New Orleans. To wear that ball and chain. See what I'm saying? Oh my God. No, I can't. All right. I gotta do the hair flip for that one. My hair's getting long, by the way. All right, so confirmation. I just can't get any more confirmation than what's getting yeah. You know what I'm saying. I want to see, I feel like the next song that comes on might represent the better side of things. This is the House of the Rising Sun. This is letting you know where you're at. I don't know if you noticed, but I like to do this because I want to show you how easy your intuition tells you things and you don't even realize it. That's why I like listening to music in general, because I'll get messages and signs in general, but like when I'm doing a reading, I will get more confirmation. We all want confirmation in life. Let's see what comes on next. I hope that you can't hear it because then YouTube will give me a hard time. This is why I wish I could just play the song and let you guys hear it. This is why I need to go live, honestly. Hold on, people, it's coming. I hear it, I have to like... I know you guys know this song too, but this is the song for the dog. The House of the Rising Sun was the song for the shark. Now this song playing is your dog. It's coming, I'm sorry. Something touched me deep inside the day the music died. And we're singing, bye bye Miss American, bye to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and wine, singing, this will be the day that I die. It's got to come to an end. That's it. You gotta listen to this song, The Day the Music Died, which came into your reading, Joyful Music. Which what I'm saying is the card of inspiration, joyful music, butterflies, cats, colors, painting, rainbow, the violin representing the music part, and then this song talking about the day the music died. So you that negativity over there stopped your music, stopped your melody, stopped your theme song of life. I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. And then they started singing. Holy sugar. Okay, so yeah. I ain't got nothing more for you. I really, really hope that this reaches whoever needs to hear this. I know it's a little long, but I like to be as descriptive as I possibly can. I am officially not going to be editing crap anymore because I'm just tired of doing that. It takes up too much time and too much energy. So you're going to watch me do these readings through whatever the heck is happening at that time, like how I dropped the camera. I'm not going to edit it out. That's real life. And my channel is all about everything being real. So I'm going to come to you as real as I possibly can. And I just want to let you know I'm being told you need to listen to music. There are some crystals that you need to have with you. One in your car, one in your wallet. I'm not supposed to tell you what it is. Go to a metaphysical shop, look around, grab them, hold them, see which one speaks to you. That's the one that your ancestors and spirit guides are going to have you choose. Again, use your intuition. You are being told to use your intuition. Listen to music. Let certain music play. Let it choose. Don't pick certain songs. Don't pick certain genres. Just have it play music and see what comes up. And that's how you'll get your answers. You're being guided. You're definitely being guided. You're definitely being spoken to. You're definitely being protected. You're definitely being told that the path that you've been on is very toxic for you, and it is not worth you anymore. It never was, but you didn't realize that. So now it's come to this is how it's going to happen. So it's abruptly going to end, and you need to stay away. Take that as you step out and you don't go back. And the wolf, definitely, whether it's like a picture you want to print out or a draw, if you're good at drawing, paint it, find a little totem. Like I said, if you go to metaphysical shops, they have all sorts of things with wolves and stuff on them. Just call upon the wolf when you need that connection, and let your music play. Let your music play. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video. I really, really, really hope this reaches whoever it needs to reach. I hope that this helps whoever it needs to help, because that's what I feel like my purpose is to just help others who can't keep their connection strong, to remind you of how powerful you really are, and how spiritual we all are on this earth. There's more spiritualism than anything, no matter what you believe. Like I said, I don't judge people. Everybody has their own beliefs. There's different cultures, different gods that people believe in. So whatever it is that you are feeling connected to, I'm not saying that it has to be something that was put upon you as a child. As you grow, you feel connections. Follow that connection. Peace and love, guys. Love you all.